Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
How are you,
I
Mr.
am
Hen-
fabulous. How are
Miss?
you?
I'm good, Mr. Henson. I'm so excited about this special episode of Black Family Table Talk. I really am excited because we are going to meet the producers at the Atlanta Black Theater Festival. Atlanta Black Theater
Wow,
Festival. Yeah.
that's exciting.
Excuse me.
That's exciting. So we get a preview, a, a peek into what's going to take place.
Yes. And,
Okay.
I just want to share a little bit about the festival, but I have a couple of housekeeping items that I want to do first. We're expecting our first guest to start. We're going to start interviewing our guests at 7:15, but so we jumped on a little bit early so we can let folks know that we're here, give everybody an opportunity to join us and hit the stream. We're on Facebook tonight as well as YouTube. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, the Atlanta Black Theater Festival is in its 11th year. Can you believe that?
Wow. Time flies, huh?
I
11
don't
years.
believe 11 years. And we've been producing uh oh my gosh, we provided an opportunity for over 145 playwrights to produce their original works, and over 3,000. Actually, after this year, it will be over 3,200 artists will have performed on the ABTF stages.
That's
That's
awesome.
pretty cool. I
Yeah,
know. I
that's
don't
awesome.
even believe when God
That's
gave me the
awesome.
vision back in 2011, I would have never have thought that we would have gotten to this point, quite honestly. But here are some of the testimonies of the folks that have graced our stages. Listen up.
I think this festival is amazing. The vendors are dope. The opportunities to share black stories, to see black actors, it's just amazing, and it makes me feel so good to see myself represented on the big stage.
My name is Erica Renee Land, and I'm so happy to have had my play here at the Atlanta Black Theater Festival. My show is titled PTSD and Me, A Journey Told Through Poetry, where I talk about how post-traumatic stress disorder has affected my life. And I was diagnosed after going to the military, but post-traumatic stress disorder for a few years really had my life in turmoil. As a woman with PTSD, I thought I had to stuff it down so much and I wasn't able to share that story. But me being diagnosed and getting depressed and not sharing that story had my self-esteem like extremely low. And it was to the point where it was like I was letting myself be in abusive relationships because that's what I felt like I deserved. I was letting myself be tormented and degraded on a daily basis because of post-traumatic stress disorder. But I found a way to heal from it and to use just being a creative, writing poetry, writing stage plays, writing music to get my story out there, to open up that door for me to be able to express myself and get out of that situation. So now I'm here today at the Atlanta Black Theater Festival.
We are the griots. So the Atlanta Black Theater Festival is known around the world. So Atlanta, where you at? Where you at ATL? The Atlanta Black Theater Festival. Support, tell the stories that need to be told. It's up to us.
Out of the Atlanta Black Theater Festival, it is phenomenal. It is exciting and it's exhilarating. And I am so glad I came. The singing, the dancing, the cultural. Every family should come. Yes, and remember, it's for us and by us, and we should tell our own story. Thank you.
To share your experiences with us, because I believe that when artists meet, something magical happens.
Experience is so touching and it's so real. See you in 2022. Don't miss it.
I know. I know. I'm just like so blown away. Again, I am so grateful to everyone who has been a part of the Atlanta Black Theater Festival. Talk a little bit about our Beyond Borders part, how we started in 2020 actually and was held up by the pandemic, taking artists across the border. Tell us about
Wow. That was a outstanding, wonderful experience. Like you said, we took 34 artists and artist enthusiasts over to Ghana, West Africa to experience life over there. We met with the artists over there. We met with the National Theater Company in Ghana. That was a wonderful performance they performed. Just visiting the motherland is
it. Yeah,
an experience in itself.
yeah.
I mean, it changed my life, my perspective on the African diaspora. Um, we are one. We are one. We just separated by a large ocean. And to hear the kings talk about how they pray for us every night and they long for us to come back and help build the country. Just to hear those things and sit before the kings, it was just a wonderful experience. I can't say enough about that trip. And we going back again. And gonna take another group of
Yes.
people to experience, Mother Africa, the slave castles, the food, the entertainment, the nightlife. It's just amazing. And everybody looks like you and I. So,
I mean, it is. I call it a bucket list transformative experience. That's what I call it. And, I really don't, as an artist myself, I really don't think that my artistry was finished or the polishing was uh, as a result of my experience over in Ghana. And going over there and spending 52 days there in February really solidified me and did something for me. It actually shifted something in my DNA.
mm,
And I just, I stuck my chest out. There was pride. There's a sense of pride. I can't even explain it. It was like some kind of a cloud washed away from me when the first time that I went to Ghana. And actually, it's the first time we went to the motherland was 2007 when we went to
South Africa.
um, South Africa. Yes.
Mhm.
So, for those of us who are joining us right now, I'm Tony Simmons Henson, a host and of Black Family Table Talk, and the producing director of the Atlanta Black Theater Festival. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We are going to meet the producers, and here's my better half, Mr. Henson.
Good evening, everyone. Antonio Henson, co-host of the treasurer of the Atlanta Black Theater Festival and co-host of the Black Family Table Talk.
Yeah, so I'm excited because this year's lineup, I mean, I've been getting emails from people when I send out the e-blast, our monthly e-blast. People have been replying saying, "Oh my gosh, this lineup is incredible." And
Yeah,
I am so happy that every single year, somebody says at the end of the festival, "This is the best one yet." And then, but it sort of puts like a pressure on me. It's like, okay, there's like like, okay, that means we got to top it next year. And every single time, it just seems like there's so much great art out there that it becomes very easy to top it. And not that the art before that isn't better, but it's just I don't know, something about the richness of it. I think that our secret sauce is really not only the art, but the love that we shed on folks when they get there, how we operate in excellence, how our plays are timely and relative to today's message, and how people feel in the warmth. It's like going to a family reunion. It really
Exactly.
is.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, yeah. So without further ado, we're going to bring up Janine. Janine is going to she's going to tell about us about her show. Now, she submitted this one woman play and I was like, "Oh my gosh. This is blessed." Hey Janine.
Hey
Hey, Janine.
there. How are y'all doing? You have to know this that I got off the phone with my mama, whose name is Tony. So I got TT and T today. So I'm excited to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Welcome to
Um,
our special edition of Black Family Table Talk.
wow, this is fantastic. So just hearing about your history is so important. I've lived in Atlanta probably for about 15, 16 years. I haven't visited the festival, but to be on
Oh,
the other side of it, I
wow.
think it's pretty phenomenal because it's all about purpose and timing. And so I love what you're saying. And thank you so much for the opportunity to be a part of it. So, yeah, Journey, one woman show.
Wow.
And what do I say about it? What do you want to ask me some questions?
Well, I do have a question. How long
Yes.
have you been producing plays?
Oh my goodness. Probably since I mean my teen years, but I would say professionally probably maybe 20, let's see, I'm 50, so probably about 30 years. 30 or so
Wow.
years.
Whoa. Black don't crack.
Come on.
Did
Keep
you
it
say
real.
did you say 50? Oh my
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
gosh.
54 years old. Look, it's a lot of
Wow.
prayer. It's a lot of prayer and genetics. Thank the Lord for that. I'm like, we got work to do. I can't be, Got a grandson and everything. Been married 33 years,
Oh my
so it's
gosh.
awesome.
Wow. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Well, tell
Yeah,
us
So,
a little bit about Journey and how it came to be, the journey of
yeah.
Journey.
Wow, wow. So I ended up at the Cumming Playhouse a few years back. I produced a play called The Tapestry Maker, which had to do with women and history. And I was challenged in a very interesting way to do a one woman show. And I ended up submitting it to the city, and they were like, "Yeah." Now the play wasn't written, so I had no idea what I was going to write about. So I'm like, "Okay." They're like, "We have this date. You have 30 days." I'm like, "Oh my gosh." And so, little did I know that God would begin to put his hand on certain stories of my
Mm.
journey. I think that a lot of times we diminish our story or we don't think we have a story.
mm,
But, the word says what we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and by the words of our testimony. And so the story is
Hello.
the testimony, right? And
all
so
right.
God begins to pinpoint what it is that he wants to say through that. And so I ended up with this piece of my journey. I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana, and
Okay.
I grew up on Music Street. And little did I know that these chronicle moments of my life would be something that captures the heart of audiences. So it's been quite sweet for me to experience that.
Now the reviews are just off the charts. You have, I mean, people are really transformed when they sit in your space.
Hmm.
And I think that that is also the magic of theater, but also when I always say the first line in the Bible is God created. So we
Come
are,
on,
and then we were made in his image. So
come
we are
on, say it.
created in his image. So he created us. So
Yes,
how can art not be
come
divinely
on.
inspired?
Break it down, girl. Break it
It, it,
down.
You're funny. It's the truth though. But and the reviews are just off just amazing. I can't wait to have you on our stage. I think that they're the magic that you're gonna leave there. And you're the opening show.
It's crazy. How did
I
that
know.
happen?
I
I'm
know,
like, I'm
right?
the first
Because we gotta set the tone.
one.
Everybody else gotta,
Oh,
everybody else gotta keep up.
come on. Look, I got my room and I'm like, look, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be ready. Got things lined up. And I just I love that you've been at this. My favorite number is 11, or the number
Mm,
that I see often in my journey of life is 11. So it's interesting that
Mm,
it's 11 years.
mm.
And so I just look forward to gleaning from you. You're such an instrumental part of my journey. You and your husband both. So thank you so much for what you're doing for artists who need to find their voice. And I happen to be a part of that this time around. So I'm so thankful.
well, I
You're
am
quite
grateful that
welcome.
I'm grateful that you responded to the call because I always say I'm on assignment. I'm just on assignment.
Yeah, little did I know, right? I had
Yeah.
never had the unction to submit before, and this year it came, and I just submitted it. I'm like, okay, and
Wow.
so it was really surprising. I was like, oh, okay, let's do
Okay.
this. All
Now
right.
you live here in Atlanta, and you didn't want to submit before?
No, it just never, it didn't hit me before.
Okay.
And so
Okay.
this, it's all about timing. And
Hmm.
I saw it, and before I knew it, I had submitted. And then I put the link to my website, and I was like, okay, so I didn't have to do anything more than that. So so I am embracing it fully, and knowing that my steps are ordered, and I'm just excited to play with you all and
All
get some
right.
truth out of it that's going to uplift people's hearts. I think we need it. We need it.
Definitely. Well, Janine, thank you for so much for gracing our presence today, letting folks know what you will be unveiling. I'll say unveiling on the stages of ABTF. And your show is called,
Journey, one woman show, Journey. That's
All
it.
right.
and it'll be at the Southwest Arts Center on Saturday,
Mm.
September the 3rd at 12 noon.
12 noon.
It is family friendly.
Family, totally, entirely family friendly. Friendly,
And
friendly, friendly.
yeah, and so bring the little girls and little boys from
Hmm.
age 5 plus.
Children
Children,
love it.
yeah, children
Yeah.
under 5 will not be permitted, but 5 and up, definitely bring
Hmm.
them. They can sit and listen and be inspired. All of us will be inspired, I know,
I love
by
it. If my grandson is 5, I can't bring him because he would probably jump on the stage with me. So we'll see. But he's like, Nene, Nene. So
I love it. Thanks for joining us,
thank you
Janine.
guys so much for having me. Thank you for entertaining my questions. I'm a newbie at this with you. So I ask these questions, and you've been so gracious. So thank you
Yeah,
for
well,
walking me in my process. I look forward to seeing you guys in person, and I look forward to meeting all of the other peoples that's
yeah,
coming. All
yeah,
All
right.
right.
yes. Tony, I can't wait to see her show. I really can't. I mean, first of all, I just have this like I love solo performances. That's first of all.
Mm, mm,
I've been wanting to start a one woman, I'm not a one woman, a solo festival for a long
mm-hmm.
time.
For a long
That has
time.
been
Yeah.
my spirit because I just love the art of solo performances. So I mean, and you got to be really a good actor to carry a show by yourself. You
Yeah.
really do.
Yeah. Yeah.
That takes talent. That takes talent and practice. So I want to take a moment at this time. We were so blessed to have joined the BTF family, ABTF family of Micah 68 Media family of producers with a wonderful sponsor, and I'm gonna just introduce the show's sponsor for today is the Miss Pat Show, and the Miss Pat Show is Emmy nominated. After just one season, it's a critically acclaimed smash hit BET Plus original series, and it returns with a hilarious new season of grown folks comedy. This season, Miss Pat works through the pain of the past to be the best wife, mom, and sister she can be. That doesn't mean she plans to stop laughing or stop cussing, but it does mean that she and her sister will weather the storm of loss, and she'll have to work on her pronouns when she meets her daughter's girlfriend. With the support of her loving husband, Terry, and her therapist, all Miss Pat can do is win. The LA Times raves that you get that good laugh you needed from the Miss Pat Show. So you guys catch a brand new season, which is streaming live on BET Plus. And to learn more, visit BET.plus. BET Plus. Stream Black Culture. So we're gracious, and I hope everybody tunes into the Miss Pat Show. They are the sponsors of this evening's event. So who should we bring up to the stage now? I think we're going to call on Miss Alethea McCollum.
McCollin. Hi, Tony. Hi. How
Hi.
are you?
Hello,
Hi,
hello.
Tony and Tony.
Hey, I know. I'm sorry. I've been only knowing you for like what 3, 4 years now. I should be saying McCollin. I don't.
It
Please.
happens. You're forgiven. You're forgiven. It's no big deal. Look, stuff happens. I
Well,
like
I can
ladies first.
honestly say, sister, you have fast forwarded yourself to one of my favorite writers. You
Oh,
don't
thank you.
even. Oh my gosh.
Thank you so very much.
Now
Thank you.
you're.
And I feel that from the bottom of my heart. Really, it means so much to me. Thank you.
Well, I appreciate you. Now we just came back from the National
Woo, you
Theater
see, look,
Festival.
I'm still looking rough because woo,
Oh
it
my gosh.
It
I
was, I did
mean,
too much. I did too much, Tony. I
well, what
did.
did you do? So, talk about what you did.
So, in addition to presenting Sticks and Guns there, and I'm happy that I did because now I can rework it. When I bring it to Atlanta, it will have the little tweaks, and that's the benefit of doing these festivals as we move on. In addition to doing that, I decided when certain playwrights call me up, I'm like, yeah, yes, I will direct. So I directed 3. So so it's rehearsals plus you got to be there for that. And
Wow.
then somebody asked me, I just sit in and just, because my actress isn't here, just be here. I'm like, oh, sure. I'll just sit in rehearsal until she comes. The next thing you know, I'm reading. The last day, I get there like 12 o'clock because, Friday, it's just, I'm exhausted. So Saturday morning, I get there like noon, my husband and I. And I'm just, yeah, we were so exhausted. And she said, oh, I need a favor. Can you? And I'm like, oh, sure. I just did too much.
Oh,
But
wow.
it was too much.
It was amazing. I think I went every night. I went to a reading every night because
Yeah.
I'm scouting. I'm a
I know
scout.
you
I'm a
working.
talent scout, looking for
Yeah.
folks to glean from the fields of the Black Theater Holy Ground. So that
Mhm.
was why I was there.
Yeah, it was
Seriously.
beautiful. Every time, well, that was my second time attending. And even like in your festival last year, my goal as a playwright is also to support other playwrights. Because sometimes, we can be so selfish with our time, with just supporting each other. Sometimes some people may have this kind of cutthroat mentality, and that's not what we're about. We're about growth. We're about improving. We're about supporting each other.
Yes.
And it feels so joyful. And, I said I gave too much. I did too much and I did. But it feels so joyful when you can support your peers or your fellow playwrights. It's just for me, it's just something that I revel in doing. So
Well, you actually don't just talk about it, you actually do it because you were also a part of the inaugural Page to Stage to Screen Atlanta Black Theater Festival online course for
Oh,
playwriters.
wow. Is that right?
Yeah. So she
yeah.
was one of the illustrious uh, um, roster of instructors, and they're still talking about that. I mean, the students are still the learners because they're adult learners are still talking about how much they got from being a part of P. I call it P to P to P to S to S, page to stage to screen.
Mm-hmm.
It was dropped in my spirit about 2 years ago, and I knew, and what was dropped in my spirit was, and the title that I had was Story to Stages. And
Mm-hmm.
then for some reason or another, it just kind of evolved. And then one day I was like, okay, it's been 2 years since I've heard this. I keep hearing this. It's the spine, again, divinely inspired. I keep hearing it in my spirit. And finally I said, okay, I'm just going to do it. So I sent out an e-blast and got what I call the cream of the crop of instructors and the cream of the crop of students. It couldn't have asked for a better group of people, and we've kind of become family. But
Yeah.
I think what's important to note is that everybody can see the results of their time with you guys at
Mm.
our short play competition. So they're going to
Mm-hmm.
all be in a short play competition on Friday night, September the 1st, at the
Mm-hmm.
Kempton Overland Hotel as a part of our Creative Arts Conference. So you get to see your baby shine.
It's good when you're obedient. Isn't it just good when you're obedient? Forget all the concerns, all the challenges that you imagine. Look, I'm preaching to myself right here, okay? And just do it. And I have to say, I looked at it and I remember that Saturday I came on, and I am a former teacher, but I think once a teacher, if you're a teacher and you love it, you love it. And
Yeah.
it really was, I think it was one of those experiences that I really cherish since leaving teaching and coming back. And I saw Jay at the festival, and he presented his, I mean, it's just awesome, really awesome. And even then, if you remember, I did an exercise where I had them share, and then I gave this kind of prompt, and they came up with the most fantabulous concepts for a play. And I just, it was a beautiful opportunity. And I really, really, not even opportunity, but experience for me
Mm.
to come back teaching and to teach something that I really am passionate about. So thank you. Thank
So tell
you.
us about your play that you bring into the festival this year.
Absolutely. I love talking about my play. Yes. So my play is called Sticks and Guns, STYX. That's the lead. That's the main character, and guns. It is about a group of women that are living in an inner city, and they decide they're going to form a Black gun club. Initially, she says it's only for women. And some other members of the group are thinking, well, no, you need to bring in the guys too. It can't be only for Black women. It has to be for the men as well. Eventually it becomes something that it's sort of her mission to have this kind of community where then it's not just about guns, I should say, but it's based on Kwanzaa. Several principles of Kwanzaa. And of course, being a Black, and so the question, let me tell you this. I started with a question, right? And the obvious question is, what might the Second Amendment look like for not just Black people, not just Black women, but Black women in the hood? Because, right now they're talking about a lot of Black women are actually signing up for guns and getting licenses. What if these women are placed in a historically marginalized place? What if these group of women are historically marginalized? What would that Second Amendment look like in that neighborhood? Because it's not just, Black folks in the country. We go, we shoot, we kill the turkey or whatever, right? What would it look like in a place like any inner city, Richmond, Virginia, or Petersburg, or wherever you are, right? Brooklyn, New York, certain parts of Brooklyn, New York, because we know gentrification occurs.
Yeah.
What would it look like in those? And that was the starting point for this play. And I wanted to have that kind of conversation. And I know the thing that I love about this, I was reading my comment cards, and some people actually, they're thinking they know what position I am on, and they don't. But I wanted to open up that discussion, and I'm so happy that I have an opportunity to bring it to Atlanta. And because I think these are some of the questions that sometimes people, when we talk about rights, we all know that rights look different for different people
Yeah.
here. We
Yeah.
know that. That's a given.
Yes.
But then if you
Wow.
go even deeper and you get the subgroups,
So it's
which
such timely. I mean, this is given what's going on in today's society. I mean, this topic always comes up. Should we carry or should we not?
Yeah.
and who carries
Gun rights.
Yeah.
So
it?
wow,
And
this is
how
right on
safe do
time.
you feel when you carry?
Yeah.
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So I wanted to kind of explore that, and I wanted to see with this group of women, because when you have a group of women, the relationships, the dynamics there. Because I'm a person, I am big on relationships. Like I tell people, there's some people can work a crowd. My husband can come in. This is what he says. He says, I can come in with a group of 10 people and leave with 11 friends. That's him. I will come in and I'll be sitting in the corner. I will say hi. I say hi because I love to acknowledge people. But I'll go to the little corner and just, take in the situation. And I might leave with one because I will sit down and have that one-on-one conversation.
Well, I think that's probably why your characters are so rich because you're an observant person. I think writers have to be observant. You have to be able to absorb people from a multidimensional level. So, but thank you so much, Alethea. What is the name of your show, and when can we come check it out during the Atlanta Black Theater Festival? It's a stage reading,
It is
original
a
stage.
stage reading of Sticks and Guns. It is going to be staged at 10 a.m. on Friday, September the 2nd. Come on out. Y'all gonna be in for a treat. But thank you.
I had a chance to see it. It is an very interesting topic. It is not typical, off the grid, like Alethea McCollin always brings us stuff that we never even thought of from another dimension, but great storytelling. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank,
Let's
thank you.
let's move to our next guest. Oh my gosh, this is going to be I don't know. This festival, boy. It is. I think I'm gonna bring Veronique up. Veronique is. We just had dinner in North Carolina last week. Hey, beautiful.
Hi, beautiful. How are you, Miss
Hello.
Tony?
Hello.
Hi, Mr. Tony.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Thank you.
How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm still on a high, not only from MBTF, but our time together. I greatly appreciate your time and being able to connect with you. But that was my first time at the National Black Theater Festival, and I absolutely loved it.
Yes, yes. I did too. And it anyway, just it's just when theater folks get together, I
Yes.
think that there's just something magical that happens anyway. So but the Atlanta Black Theater Festival stands on the shoulders of the holy ground of Black theater. I believe that there should be a Black theater festival in every major city in this country. That's my personal belief. So if anybody ever thought anything different, you heard it from the horse's mouth. But tell us about your piece, Veronique. Tell us what you're bringing to the Atlanta Black Theater Festival this year.
Thank you, Miss Tony. Well, first, I have to say again how grateful and humbled I am to be able to present my work at the festival this year. So, thank you so, so much. I am excited. It's
Well,
definitely a full circle moment for me as well.
but thank yourself for writing good stuff, and then thank the committee for selecting you.
Thank you, committee. That's right. I'm going to be presenting The Comeback. It is my third play, and it's a part of a trilogy, a series, and it's rounding out a three-part series. I'm first starting with The Counterfeit that I produced in 2018, and The Counterfeit 2 in 2021, a virtual production. I produced that in both English and Spanish, and now The Comeback. And it follows the storyline of Natasha, who is a writer. She's cheated on by her fiance, and that leaves her in a very vulnerable and destitute place. She ends up hitting rock bottom. and she has to reach out to her estranged cousin Crystal. Now, Crystal is from the other side of the tracks. So these characters are completely different. Natasha has been raised in a middle class family. Her parents chose her friends. And so for her to get to this place in her life is very humbling. And throughout this journey of this 3-part series, you see Natasha going from extreme loss and losing everything to rebuilding her life through relationships and mentorships and really opening up herself to a part of her that she'd never thought existed. So it's a really beautiful story that I'm excited to present at ABTF this year.
Wow, we are
Wow.
so excited to have you. I can tell you were also a part of that launching. You were a student learner, an adult learner, at the
Yeah.
Page to Stage to Screen. What did you think about it, working with the renowned playwrights like Alethea McCollin and Jeanette Hill and Dr. Andrea Wilson? And what was your takeaway from that?
My takeaway, I am speechless. Can you tell? I mean, it was such an amazing opportunity to honestly sit at the feet of these amazing playwrights and have them pour into us and to share insights that I did not learn without this course. And so to
Mm.
be able to be in the room and learn from them and learn the art of storytelling and the plot and story and character development by Miss Hill, I think was just a one in a lifetime opportunity and experience for me. I'm so grateful for that. And it really changed the way that I approach storytelling and how
Mm.
I approach my work now. So it was definitely a valuable experience for me that I'm so grateful for.
Well, thank you so much. And where can people catch your play?
You guys, please come out and see the comeback Friday, September 2nd at 10 a.m. We'll be a part of the conference. And then because I was a part of the course, we will be presenting my 4th play. It's called Journey. And that play tracks the father of a girl who is being human trafficked. And so you see him go to the ends of the earth to find his daughter. And what we're presenting at the festival is that climax of the play where there is a confrontation. And so it's going to be very, very good. I'm so excited to present it. That will be at 2 p.m. So please, the comeback and journey, it would be my honor to have you
Well,
as my
it's
guest.
all on the schedule. Y'all better get your passes because I'm telling you, we are bringing the house down at the ABTSF this year. But
Yeah.
listen for Veronique George. Listen for her name because I'm telling you, when I see him, I know him when I see him. Listen for her name. You will hear her name over and over and over again. And this is play number 6 for you. Did you say this is the 6th play? No, I think
It's the 3rd play, and
third
Third
the
play.
play.
journey will be
Only
my
the
4th
third.
play. Yes,
The
but there will be a 6th one too, Miss Tony. You're right.
That's
It's
right.
coming.
That's right.
It's
It's coming.
Well, she is definitely an emerging playwright. Thanks for stopping
Thank you so
by.
much.
Black
It's my
Family Table
pleasure.
Talk.
That's
Thank you.
what's up.
Thank you. It's my
Yes.
pleasure. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. Wow, Tony, it brings me so much joy when I meet people like Veronique and they're able to say, okay, how do this is what I like about her. This is what I'm trying to say. She is so hungry, like a sponge, to get
Mm.
better. She's already good, but like a sponge to get better. And she's so disciplined and focused. And that's why I said, watch out for her.
All
Definitely.
right.
Veronique
All
George,
right.
watch out for
Veronique
her.
George.
So we're gonna bring up our next guest. Our next guest, Fly Moon. Let's bring Fly Moon to the stage. Hey, Fly!
Hi, y'all.
Hey, how are you?
I'm wonderful. I'm wonderful. How are you guys?
Doing well.
Good.
Fantastic.
Good.
Beautiful chocolate sister. I love it.
Thank you. Me too.
Now, thank you. Now, Fly, you are the creative I'm gonna say butterfly. You got a little butterfly there. That is so
Yeah.
appropriate because you are probably the most eccentric of the artists that are gracing the stages. With my
Wow.
interaction with you, I love your diligence. I
Thank
love
you.
that you're business minded too, but you are a phenomenal, phenomenal poet. Oh my gosh. Ah.
Ooh. So I
Tell us
just
about your show.
too, I was like, I just came back from the National Black Theater Festival as well. I know
Everybody was there.
I was like, well, I know we've been talking about it a lot, but I have to say, like, I'm still on a high, and I'm just like, I am so excited for the Atlanta Black Theater Festival and everything that we're doing that weekend. So I am a part of the Chocolate Box, and that is happening Saturday, September 3rd at 10 p.m. And my segment is called Black Folk Joy. And really it's just
Say
it's
that again.
Black Folk Joy.
All right.
Black Folk Joy. Um, and you'll see there's a whole like play on words and some other stuff, but really it's just you guys are giving me 30 minutes to do everything that I do. So it's not just poetry, it's not just music, there's a little acting, it's kind of a little bit of dancing. It's me being all of me in 30 minutes. Like I'm just yeah.
She's going to be shutting down the festival. I'm
All
telling you.
right.
The
All right.
last
I
show
can't wait to
of
see
the
it.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I can't either. So tell
And
us
I'm hoping I'm
about
like people are still awake and alive by the time I get on the stage. But if they're not, we're gonna wake them up. Like
Oh yeah.
that's
Oh
what's
yeah.
gonna happen. Because don't give me the sleepy eyes. Everybody should be on their feet. They're gonna be laughing. They're gonna be dancing a little bit, clapping, singing along. Like I need all of that. So hopefully that happens because that's how I've envisioned it.
well, you envisioned it perfectly because it is one of our most popular events.
It
Chocolate
is.
boxes. This is not the first time we've done chocolate box. We
Of
started
course.
doing it about so yeah, minus pandemic. Let's skip that. We started
Okay.
doing it 2017, I believe. So this will be our fourth one. We did
Okay.
2017, 2018, 2019, and then, so we're bringing it back. And the reason why we brought it back
Yeah.
is because it's so popular. People love that late night laugh, that comedy. It's for some reason or another, it's just like free flowing. And
Yeah.
the way we've set it up, it's like that's why we call it chocolate box, because you
Yeah.
never know what you're gonna get.
I'm excited. And that's how Midnight Poetry Jam was at the festival. I was just like, are people going to be here like at midnight? And they were. And so I'm like, let's keep doing it. I'm like, okay, we're going to just like keep that energy rolling.
And you're coming from California, right?
Yes, I'm originally from Los Angeles, like not Hollywood, like South Central LA, Compton, Long Beach, Inglewood. That's where I'm from. And so I am all the way, in Atlanta, but Atlanta's my second home. I went to school here, proud Clark Atlanta alum. So there will be Clark Atlanta family in the audience, AUC family in the audience. And so I'm excited to be performing in my second home.
Well, welcome home. Thanks, Fly, for stopping
you.
by.
Sure.
God bless you. I can't wait to see your show.
All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
Take care.
Wow. I told you.
Wow. A lot of energy there. Well, Tony, we got a fine lineup. Boy, this is outstanding. I'm lost for words. I mean, everyone that came on here sounds fantastic. I mean, the house. Don't miss the festival this year, folks. Come
I'm
on out,
telling.
get your ticket. This is going to be an exciting experience.
Well, you know what? I've got to take a moment to talk a little bit about the Miss Pat show. As you can see the logo up there, BET Plus is sponsoring this special episode of the Atlanta Black Theater Festival. And I just want to let everyone know that the Miss Pat show is Emmy nominated after just one season. It's a critically acclaimed smash hit BET Plus original series, and it returns with a hilarious new season of grown folks comedy. This season, Miss Pat works through the pain of the past to be the best wife, mom, and sister she can be. So that doesn't mean she plans to stop laughing or cussing. The Pat Show Season 2 streams August 13th. I'm sorry, August 11th. What am I doing? 13th. August 11th. That's tomorrow, only on BET. So to learn more, visit BET.plus. BET Plus, stream Black culture. So I think it's time to bring up our next producing artist, Amina. Let's bring up Amina McIntyre. And I think I saw one of her artists. Yep, I'll bring up Paris too. Hey!
Hey,
Hey,
thanks for having us.
Welcome to Black Family Table Talk, ladies.
how are you?
We're doing well. How are
All right.
you?
We're good.
We're good. I'm
You
good.
guys ready? You guys
You ready?
ready?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're
Yes,
You
so
excited?
yes,
excited.
we are.
Absolutely.
Well,
Wow.
tell us about the project now, Paris. If people don't know, Paris is a very well a critically acclaimed, very well-known artist in Atlanta. Now, you've never performed at the Atlanta Black Theater Festival, but I've heard about you. And when I saw that you were a part of this piece, I was like, whoa, okay. All right, come on home, sis. Come on home.
Yes.
But you have really been on almost every single stage there is in the Atlanta metro area. And with that, you bring a certain level of talent, skill, and craft that every single aspiring artist should watch.
Thank you.
So I am going to say that you are a star, a rising star that I'm going to hitch my wagon on. So don't forget about us little folks down here in Atlanta when you hit it
Hit your
big.
way. Hit your way.
But Amina, tell us about the show you're doing, this masterfully creative piece that I just it's breathtaking. Tell us about it.
Oh, absolutely. So, the reason I brought Paris on is because about 2 years ago, right in the middle of the pandemic, Paris and Daryl Fazio were watching some videos around Nina Simone, and they were like, Paris should do a one-woman show. And I believe every actress should have a one-woman show. And Daryl Fazio, she was like, well, I'm a playwright, but I'm a white woman, and so I don't feel comfortable writing it. Which Black playwright would you want to have produced it to write the show? Paris was like, Amina McIntyre is going to write my show. And so they reached out to me, and I was like, I would absolutely love doing this. And so the idea, though, is, of course, with so many conversations around Nina Simone and so many conversations around the work that she's done, we wanted to kind of get a different kind of an angle. And in my research, I realized that she spent 2 years in Paris, and I am absolutely positively obsessed with Black Paris and all the things around it and the culture and all the people who came through. And understanding that not only did she spend a couple years there, that she was performing at this dive bar and at a turning point in her life. She has a conversation with Jamie Baldwin, and this conversation allows her to start thinking about what is next for her. And so this play actually takes place at this turning point for her, where she is performing and working through and thinking through the expanse of her life so far and thinking about what is the next journey for her. And so that's what we see. And so it is a 45-minute show, and it takes place Saturday afternoon at 4:00 p.m. in conversation with the Nancy Wilson. So we'll be back to back. And we've had some massive support, largely around Paris performing, because people just kind of showed up and were like, we really want to see this show, but we also want to see Paris on stage performing this show. And so we've been very grateful for that.
Well, we're grateful. This is a debut, am I correct?
Yes, yes, it is.
Well, we are honored that you decided
Yes, we
to
are.
choose the ABTF to debut this masterpiece. masterpiece. I'm gonna say it is a masterpiece, and I love, love, love you and the work that you do, both of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you both.
You're
Look forward
welcome.
to
Yes.
seeing the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
wouldn't have chosen. I mean, we've looked at other places to debut it, but we did a lab with it last year with Hush Harbor Lab, and we were like, well, it'd be great to have it up on his feet. And when
Yeah.
this came around, we were like, this is the perfect fit because even though I've been kind of slow in getting my own productions up, I've been very specific about saying that I want to work with Black theaters first, and I want the world premiere to be at Black spaces. And I know that that is a choice. And so for us to be able to bring it here is really just about having fun and bringing the show the way it needs to be here.
Wow. Well, we so appreciate you. Thank you so much. Now, if somebody wants to get tickets to the show, when and where is it going to be during the Atlanta Black Theater Festival? Remind our guests.
It'll be Saturday at 4 o'clock p.m. On the main stage. It'll be in conversation with the Nancy Wilson show, so it'll be ours as well as theirs. I mean, and the Nancy Wilson show. And so we're super excited about this double bill today.
Wow.
Yes, it is a double feature, so you get two for one. One Nancy and Nina in one
Wow.
afternoon. Wow, how cool
Wow.
is that?
That's right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's so lovely to be here.
Thank
Can't
you.
wait to see you all in
Take care now.
person.
Can't wait to see you. Ah, man, it gets better and better, doesn't it, Tony?
Oh wow. It gets better and better. I mean, this is ooh, what's the theme of this year's festival?
It's
The
called the
Renaissance?
Renaissance of
Mm,
Black Theater.
a black theater. All right.
All right, so we're gonna bring up Ciara May Ciara May Stubblefield is a uh staple,
Hey,
ABTF staple. Hey girl, how you doing?
Hey, how are you?
just thinking, I was like, man, I've been coming for a long time, but it does get better and better every year. So kudos to
We're
everything you're doing.
Thank you. You are one person that your support of ABTF, you bring everything you have. You bring your artistry. You're always ready to teach. You're an educator. You're a writer. And every single year, you donate your time and give of your time to be a part of the Creative Arts Conference. And I can't say enough. I can't say enough to thank you and how much I appreciate the love that you've shown us over the year. And I don't know how many years it's been. How many? When did you
It's been a
first
minute.
start?
I was actually thinking about that because I think I came out, I think it might have been 2016. I just participated. I was like, what's this Atlanta Black Theater Festival all about? Because I think I saw like an ad and I was like, I don't know, maybe. And I went and I was like, what? And I thought, this is right in my backyard. I live in Atlanta and there's all these things happen. I said, I need to be a part of this. So I think the next year I did a pitch for speaking. So it was 2017. And then I did a stage reading the following year. And then we took a COVID break. And then last year you did a panel. So I feel like every time I come, I'm learning something new. I mean, you do such a good job of the quality of work that you bring forward that I feel like I'm fed as well, as an artist.
Mm.
So shout outs to the work you do. It's not easy. You make it look easy. Just show up, eat your popcorn, and watch the show. And it's like, nah, there's a lot of work that goes into it.
Oh
But
yeah.
I kudos to you.
I thank you. I think the harder you work, the easier it looks. That's the secret.
Yes, that's what it is. It looks easy, and then you get behind the scenes of like, okay, this is not what I thought it was. So but thank you for all that you do for making space for this, and even at the beginning, you were talking about Ghana. Because I'm originally from Liberia, West Africa, and that is one place I've been wanting to go to. So hopefully one of these years I'll be able to come on with you guys and go, get some good food. And I don't know, it's just a whole different experience when you are actually on African soil than being here. It's a whole different perspective. So, and I'm sure, you guys could probably share on that for forever, but there's
Yeah,
nothing like being
absolutely.
back home, nothing like it.
I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna honestly say that it unleashed my art, my poetry,
Wow.
um, and I wrote 26 poems when I was there. 26 poems.
Wow.
And when I heard here, and then I published a book, and that book went to the bestseller list in 4 categories on Amazon. So I
Oh,
really believe that something happened. It was like, I think our spirits are bound by whatever happened, and then
mhm.
I'm telling you, I think everybody doesn't believe me because it's, you can only put words to it, but
Yeah.
the only word I can think of is transformative.
It really is. I went to my home country, Liberia, for 2 weeks in June, and I got more creative work accomplished there. And I think because I could rest. Do you know what I mean? At least and I don't know what it was like in Ghana for y'all, but for us, there's not the hustle bustle there as it is here. I mean, they have challenges that are a little different than the challenges here, but it's not this get up in the morning, 5 o'clock, run, run. I mean, it's just you can rest in a way that you can, the pace slows down for me when I went to Liberia. I felt like everything was slow. I could actually have more creative juices flowing because you can actually think a little bit more. Because I think here we get stuck in a rut. You go to work, you come home, this and that. Don't forget to send this email out, and then you crash at the end of the day. And it's a different pace back home.
I
You can
think it's
slow.
different than the pace, though.
Mhm,
I think it's different than the pace. I
mhm,
really
mhm.
do. I
Yeah.
think I think it's like if you stay in somebody's house and they make you feel, no matter how welcome they can make you feel, it's not home. And for
Yeah.
some reason or another, when I went to Ghana, I felt like I was home.
Wow.
And that was the difference.
Yes, that's powerful. That's really powerful. We all want to find home. So when you can find it, that is really powerful. So that's really good.
So tell us about your production you bring into the festival this year.
So I'm going to be speaking and sharing a little bit. I'm hoping maybe I can get some juices flowing and be back with the show. I did I did the bending tree a couple of years ago, but I wanted to share a little bit for my part for the conference, just when you kind of get stuck, what do you do? Because I don't know if there's enough information on that. And I want to come on from a faith-based perspective. I am a believer, and I just kind of take that with me in everything I do. It shows up in my writing and when I speak. And so I can't really
Amen.
separate it out. It just flows with me. And I just want to talk about sometimes as a writer, when you get stuck, what does that mean? I think there's a deeper work that needs to be done that's not always shared. That if you get stuck with writing, is not always, oh, I'm going to write more and I'm going to take a break and go get a digital course. That might help you, but sometimes there's a deep work inside that you have to really evaluate to say, what is happening in me that's hindering me from being all that God has called me to be? And I think sometimes as writers, we don't always do that deep work. You kind of run, go, and just doing stuff. And I hope just to share and have a discussion. I want to hear what other people may have to say who come out to hear to the conference. So I'm really excited about sharing about getting unstuck and getting a little deeper as to what might be stopping you from doing what God has called you to with your writing. So
Well, I appreciate you so much. Again, this is Seata May Stubblefield, and she will be teaching a course. And what's the name of the course? And tell us
it's
when it
called
is.
Fresh Water. So Fresh Water, and it's faith-based strategies for writer's block. So that's what we've got.
Fantastic.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Seata May.
Thank you for having me. Can't wait to see you guys in September. All right. Take care.
Yes. Take
Take care.
care. That's doing the Creative Arts Conference. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
This is
Wow.
rich. I feel so rich. I do. I really do. I feel rich. Ain't got no money in the bank, but I feel rich. Wow. Well, we've got 2 more people before we end tonight. We're going to bring up Rory Sheriff.
Oh wow, my man Roy. Okay.
Yes.
Hey,
Sheriff is in town.
What's going on, buddy?
TNT.
Yes, sir. Yes,
What's
sir.
going on? What's going on, my brother, my sister? How are you guys doing?
We're
Doing wonderful,
fine.
man.
Good,
How are
good,
you?
good.
I know you're
I'm
busy nowadays.
man, just a little bit, just a little bit. Still riding that wave, riding that high from the National Black Theater Festival.
Okay.
It's just
Okay.
amazing.
Yes.
Uh, and
Well,
just keeping that thing moving to the right to Atlanta, man.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, you're Charlotte based, right?
Yeah. Yes, definitely.
Now, you're bringing the signature show. Is that a
Uh,
dog? Is
that's my
that a
dog. As soon as I start talking, he wants he wants to come in.
He wants
he
to
wants
be
to get
heard, right?
on the
Yeah,
mic?
yeah. Uh,
Well, you're
uh,
bringing the signature performance. What are you bringing to the Atlanta Black Theater Festival?
I am bringing August Wilson's Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Ooh.
Um, it is an amazing piece, amazing cast, amazing crew. We're all hype and excited to come to Atlanta. We just can't wait. Just working out everything behind the scenes on getting there, and we got this thing well oiled and ready to roll, man.
I'm grateful to you for the work that you've done, and it's no secret that I'm a fan. And I'm not a fan because of the normal thing. But what I've done is I've witnessed the arc of your career. I've witnessed how you relentlessly continue to perfect your craft. And that to me makes me give you or garner towards you the utmost respect. So I just want to say thank you for being that example, for striving always for excellence. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot. That means a lot. I'm sure like all these writers and producers and performers and creative artists, they know about, the crying in the dark days and being alone and still trying to move and feeling abandoned and still trying to create and produce and put some things on and just knowing and just feeling in your heart that it's going to happen. You just know it's going to happen and you just keep moving. um, those days are lonely and painful in every way, but you just keep moving and you keep creating, and can't nobody believe in you like yourself, man. So, as I say that, I'm talking to my spirit. So, like,
There you
I
go.
the passion in me,
Hey,
forces my eyes to get teary eyed because I know, and I'm sure you guys can relate to those
you
moments.
have to feed your
Yeah,
spirit,
yeah,
man. We
yeah,
are spiritual
yeah.
beings.
Oh yeah, so,
Yeah.
but
Well, thank you.
yeah, I'm excited about what the creator has in store and led me to be, and just kept listening and listening and listening and just moving forward and just believing that this thing is going to happen. Like even when many people have gave up on me
Mm.
and trying to come back, nah, we good. We good. We good. Um, but I thank God for the wonderful base and the wonderful cast and crew that stayed with me from day one, and believed in the vision that's been given to me. And I always say this thing is bigger than me. This thing is bigger than all of us, and we're just a part of this movement. So
Wow. Wow.
yeah.
Well, you're right. You're absolutely right. I always say, as storytellers, we fall in the footsteps of Jesus, the original, most famous storyteller there is. So, thank you for telling and sharing our stories, and such an authentic and in a way that exudes excellence. Thank you.
Thank you. So we looking forward, man. I read that there's a white party.
Yes.
Come on,
I,
somebody. Yeah, I'm looking forward to our show. I'm looking forward to our show. I'm looking forward to August Wilson, but I'm also looking forward to Atlanta Black Theater Festival White Party.
I
That's right.
know.
So
That's right.
yeah, I'm looking forward to packing the house. I'm looking forward to people coming to really enjoy the ride that Ma Rainey has. The actors are killing it. We just did our thing in Winston-Salem and we were received well. Um, and we're going to do the same thing in Atlanta. So get ready. We're going to kill it. We're going to bring the roof down, and we ain't letting up. We're coming to perform. We're coming to put on a show. We're bringing a Broadway. We're bringing with us. We're standing on the shoulders of August Wilson himself. We were told by several August Wilson actors that August would be really, really proud of us. What they saw, and this was just Saturday, that August would be proud. So I even have chills on my arms, and I can't tell you how many times I cried just from those kind words.
Well, you warmed up in Winston-Salem to bring the
Yep,
fire
we
to
warmed up.
Atlanta, to
Warmed up.
hot
We ready.
Atlanta. Can't
We
wait.
ready. We ready.
Thanks for checking in, Rory.
No doubt. Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
I'll see you
Rory.
guys September 3rd.
That's
We're
right.
gonna bring the roof down.
All right.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Wow. Now, we're going to close this out, but I cannot tell you how honored I am that people really do care so much about the festival, what we do, telling our stories. It really is a passion. And I can't think of anyone more passionate about the Atlanta Black Theater Festival than our current board chair, Winston Wilson. He is truly an advocate for the arts and also a cheerleader. I think the number one cheerleader for the Atlanta Black Theater Festival. Winston, welcome.
Hey, my
Hello.
brother Winston.
Hey, family. I'm cheering. I am cheering. I am so excited. I'm glad that you let me be last, Tony, because what I've heard and all of these artists and creators and writers, they are so wonderful. And for those of you who have not gotten down with the ABTF for this year, it's going to be the best ever. You've got to get down. You've got to get down. I'm so jazzed about it. Whew. My heart, I'm saying to myself, oh my gosh, which one? Like, I know I'm going to obviously be there, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to see them all at the same time. I need to make like 5 Winstons to be able to see these shows at the same time. And so
Sleep later. Sleep when you're dead. Yeah, don't sleep. Don't sleep on the festival. Go to everything.
That's right. I can sleep on the Wednesday afterwards. I can sleep in.
Yeah.
So I am so jazzed. Thank you so much for allowing me to be part of this, Tony. I was sharing recently, talking to someone, that all of us, specifically us Black creators that are out there in Atlanta, Charlotte, Africa, we're all these diamonds. We're all these wonderful diamonds. And when we get together for meetings and for festivals like the ABTF, it's like we become like this massive light that shines, and the whole world gets drawn to the light. Whether we're on this stream or we're actually there, people can feel the light, even if they ain't even down with the festival. They feel it. And so this year is going to be amazing. I'm so looking forward to it. I'm so great. I went and bought myself some new shoes so I can walk around right. I'm just ready.
Oh gosh! Wow.
Tony, thank you. I met Tony so long ago that I appreciate the fact that both of you have given me the trust to be down with this. And the board members that we have on the festival, incredible people. Every single
my
one.
gosh. Oh, I've had a chance to brag about you guys recently. And I had to reflect on, working with the board and having you all be so supportive, and not only supportive, but just rolling up your sleeves type supportive, so generous and so giving, that it's it makes me want to do more. It makes me want to do more. I mean, when you have people that are giving, you don't want to disappoint them. So you guys raise the standard. You guys raise the bar for us as the staff, and as well as us, passing that mantle along to raise the bar for the artists, and to let them know that this is not a fly by night operation, that we are really truly operating in excellence from the top, from your leadership, as a result of your leadership, all the way to everybody who participates, patrons, volunteers, artists, writers, uh, everybody, student interns, everybody.
Well, I can't wait. I'm so excited.
I cannot as well. It's been over a decade, right, Tony? And so
11 years.
Yes. And so what you've done and what we've all been part of has created this legacy for us. Just a legacy for all of these people that have been part of this. It was great to hear these people coming from LA and Charlotte and all of these other parts of the world coming to get down with us, and people are going to come with them. That is incredible. And I made this comment at one point, and I think one of the people who were talking earlier said this. I believe that our ancestors, every time the festival gets down, they get up out of their chair and like, yo, I'm gonna go check that out. I got other stuff going on, but I gotta go see what's going on with the ABT. I gotta go see it. And they give those actors, directors extra energy when they're on stage. I believe that with my, I am so passionate about this. It's going to be fantastic. Thank you for allowing me to be part of it. If you all have not gotten your ABTF passes, you just got to get them now. There's no doubt.
Yeah. I think the best way to do is just get the pass and just flash your pass and go in. That's the best way. People who are buying individual tickets, the passes sell out every year, so I don't worry about that. So people can go ahead and get their passes now. Yeah, we sell out every year. We can only sell a limited amount, and the demand is high. So if you're interested in getting a pass, we still have some left as of right now, but they will sell out. Don't wait till the last minute, and then you have to buy a ticket for each event after that. But either way, you get it. The getting is good. So,
right. The one last comment I'll share is that what the ABTF shows for people who are out there who are creatives and say, well, I had this thing and I started it, but I don't know, I stopped it, whatever. This 11 plus years shows resilience of your art, that you cannot stop. I am sure, Tony, you could probably regale us with dozens of stories, like in your book and in your poetry, about things that didn't go well, but you learned from it, you grew from it. That's the same thing that every single one of us as artists should understand. And the ABTF is the great shining example of making sure you don't stop what you're doing, no matter where it is. So thank you so much. I'm so glad. This is like the best 8 o'clock meeting I've ever been on in my life.
Well, thank you, Winston. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us. I gotta close out with a tribute to all the artists that have been here. God bless you. We hope to see you soon. always beaming, rag top, chrome pipes, low lights, out of sight. Long way, so in, say it again, so in.
bouncing, go ahead. Rolls Royce, Lamborghini, Blue Medina.